We just got a new toy, and it's the only controller you will ever need for your PS5. Before we get into it, make sure you smash that subscribe button and comment down below for a chance to appear with your username on one of my videos. Now, I'll save you guys from a typical unboxing video because at the time of filming, this DualSense Edge has been out for about a month and a half. So there are hundreds of unboxing videos all across YouTube from other creators on it. But if you do want to see my unboxing video, I did make a YouTube short on it. Now, when opening up this box, you'll find there's a hardcover carrying case. Inside, you'll find 4 interchangeable thumbsticks, 2 high dome and 2 low dome. You'll also find 4 paddles, 2 dome paddles and 2 lever paddles. Then there's your typical USB-C cord to charge, and there's this little extra piece that they added to lock the charger in place, which is pretty gimmicky. You don't really need that. I've never been actually charging a controller and the cord comes out. Now, if you enjoy the DualSense controllers that come with the PS5, you'll love this one. I personally think the DualSense controllers that came with my PS5 are the best controllers ever by any first-party console that is released. So this one was a dream come true. Primary selling point for me was the fact that you can replace the entire thumbsticks modules, which is huge because the #1 reason for replacing controllers is stick drift. Now, instead of getting a brand new $70 controller because of stick drift in one of your thumbsticks, you can now replace the faulty thumbstick for $20 and keep your controller. Huge game changer. The other selling point is, of course, the customization. The ability to have 2 paddles in the back, as well as the trigger adjuster pull. You can go all the way down from regular to hairpin. But last and certainly not least, let's check out that software. When you first plug up your controller, you're going to prompt you with the tutorial, which is going to tell you everything that you can adjust. After that, you have your custom profiles, my X and my circle, for my jump and my crouch whenever I'm playing Overwatch. I don't really need too much customization, but another thing that you can do is you can enable and disable a button. And for those who don't really like the touchpad, you can disable and enable the touchpad. So I think that's really nice for customization, although I don't see anybody really disabling or enabling a button, but to each his own. Next up is stick sensitivity in the dead zone. Now, I personally wouldn't need to adjust this as I don't really play a whole lot of FPS games to begin with. This is more for super pro players. And for those who just feel like the dead zone isn't quite there, I don't need to adjust that, so I just leave that where it's at. The trigger dead zones, same thing. I feel like they're already good where they are, especially with those haptics. So I think this is a pretty good plug and play option. But for those who want to adjust that, the option is there. The vibration intensity, I keep mine on strong. I do keep mine on strong because I like the vibration. I think it feels weird playing a controller without vibrations nowadays, but teach its own with that. And then the trigger effect intensity, and a lot of people don't like those triggers. I keep mine on because I really want to be immersed into the gameplay. And that's more of a haptic thing. To give you an example of the haptics, the game Astro's Playroom does a great job of showing that, as well as Returnal and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. At the time of recording, the only issues I've seen is battery life. Now, I haven't charged this controller since I got it, and I've gotten about 4 to 5 hours of gameplay. So battery life is pretty decent for me, and I'm not somebody who just leaves my controllers without charging for long periods of time anyway. A huge concern that I know a lot of people are going to put down in the comments.
But no, $200 is way too much for a controller.
For another controller, yes. For this one, no. I truly believe that with the customization of this controller, you won't need to buy another one ever again. Being able to change out these thumbsticks, the complete module, for just $20 to me is genius. Not to mention the additional function buttons and the controls on the back. I think this controller is the next thing for at least 5 to 10 years. But that was what I think. Pretty straightforward. If you guys did make it this far in the video, comment fruit snacks down below. Now, the last thing I will say, because I know there are tons out there who are curious, how did this compare to the Xbox's Elite Series 2 controller? I will be doing a comparison of these two controllers. They are very similar and they are about the same price range. So stick around for that, and I'll see you guys on the next one.